In the heart of the South Deanery, a vibrant tapestry of people come together. Each one, a unique thread woven into the fabric of the Roncalli High School community. Join us as we explore the stories, the passions, and the shared spirit that unites us all.
Greetings to all in the Roncalli family, and thanks for joining us for our monthly Together We Serve video series as we continue to recognize, thank, and pay tribute to the pastors of each of our Catholic parishes here in the South Deanery of the Archdiocese of Indianapolis. It's a very, very small way by which we could continue to express our deep appreciation for all they do in shepherding their parishes and for their support of Roncalli. This month, I'm joined by Father Eric Augenstein. Father Eric, thanks for joining us.
Thanks, Chuck.
Father Eric grew up right here on the south side of Indianapolis. He's a graduate of St. Jude Catholic School and Cathedral High School. Father Eric was ordained a priest by the late Archbishop Daniel Beekline on June the 5th, 2004. During his 21 years of ministry, he served 6 different parishes. He's been the chaplain of both Seton Catholic and Our Lady of Providence High Schools and has served as director of vocations. Currently, Father Eric serves as a pastor at this beautiful Nativity Catholic Church and is in his second 6-year term as the director of seminarians for the Archdiocese. Again, thank you for joining us. Thank you for all you do for the Archdiocese. A lot of different hats you wear.
A few. As priests, we get involved in lots of different ministries, a great opportunity to serve the church in many ways.
Thanks for all you do. Tell us, for our listeners and viewers today, a little bit about your vocation story. How did it come to be?
Sure. I first thought about the idea of being a priest when I was a senior in high school. Up to that point, I thought I had a pretty well set out plan for life. My plan was to be a geologist. I had to get married and to have a family. And when I was a senior in high school, the idea of being a priest first came on the recommendation of one of my teachers. And my reaction was, well, no, because I have a plan. And that's not part of the plan. But as that question sat with me more and more, I realized that the plan that I had, become a geologist and have a family, that was my plan, but that I never really consulted God about what he thought about that plan.
Yeah.
And so I went to college. I went to LaSalle University in Philadelphia, a Catholic university run by the Christian Brothers, and spent most of my time in college really asking that question, God, what do you want me to do? Rather than just what I wanted to do, but what did God want me to do? And over time, that settled into this call to the priesthood.
That's a beautiful story. Thanks for sharing that. When you look at that path, were there priests or other people that were important in your life that kind of helped guide you down that road?
Certainly. I had the advantage of having the same pastor from when I was in 2nd grade all the way until my 2nd year in seminary, Father Jerry Kerfoff, longtime pastor at St. Jude. And that consistency of having a priest and his witness in the parish certainly was impactful on me. The priest who I encountered in college and college campus ministry also had a great impact on me. And then there was a lot of influence from teachers that had along the way. So there's a priestly influence, but also there was the influence of the witness of teachers who helped to nurture me and to form me in the Christian life, and then who were able to see that call to the priesthood.
I certainly hope we're doing that at Roncalli and continue to form and direct and encourage and nurture those vocations. So great. You go back to June 5th, 2004, Ordination Day. What stands out as some of your most vivid memories of that day?
I remember after the ordination, lots of people would ask what was the most meaningful part of the Mass itself, of the ordination Mass itself. And I had some ideas going into it that I thought would be meaningful, and that's not actually what turned out. Most memorable and the most I almost would say intimate, direct part of that ordination Mass was a promise of obedience. And so in an ordination Mass, when a man has been ordained a deacon or a priest, he goes and kneels in front of the bishop. So in my case, Archbishop Daniel Beekline, and he wrapped his hands around my hands and promised respect and obedience to him and his successors. And there's something about that, the closeness of that experience, and almost handing myself into the hands of the church as represented by the hands of the Archbishop, that stood out and still stands out to me as the most memorable part of that ordination.
Beautiful imagery there, beautiful. Saying the Mass, I've said before, just what an incredible privilege and responsibility. It just must be an awesome part of your ministry. Beyond, saying Mass, what other parts of the ministry do you find joy in?
I've always found a great joy in teaching the faith and in sharing the faith with others. I spent my first 3 years as a priest as a high school teacher at Seton Catholic High School in Richmond. And so I was in the classroom myself, something that a lot of our priests today don't have the opportunity to do. I spent those 3 years in the classroom teaching high school students, and that opportunity to share the faith with others and to take the lessons that I received from so many good teachers along the way, to be able to hand that back to others. And to do that now in various settings, whether it's in sacramental preparation or those who are preparing to join the church in Bible studies, whatever it might be. That's always been a key part of a priestly ministry for me. And then for the last almost 13 years, I've worked in some capacity in Vocation. So first as the Vocation Director of the Archdiocese, and then now as the Director of Seminarians. And so having the opportunity to accompany young men as they discern the priesthood and to see how God's working in their lives, from the beginnings of discernment all the way through to ordination into priestly ministries. And that's one of the great privileges I've had.
Yes, so that teaching component's still there again. That's awesome. That's really neat. How about saints? Favorite saints or saints that you really lean on?
I've always been drawn to the American saints. I think there's a great joy in being able to connect with saints from our land, saints who lived and served where we are. One in particular who has always been significant to me is St. Catherine Drexel. So I went to college in Philadelphia, and St. Catherine Drexel is from Philadelphia, from a wealthy family, entered religious life, and gave all the money that she inherited to build schools and churches and to serve those who are in need, and really had a great witness of charity, but also great devotion to the Eucharist. She had a stroke when she was 50 and lived until she was in her 90s. Last 40 years of her life, she couldn't do all the work that she had been accustomed to doing, and spent most of her days in Eucharistic adoration. And she said those were the most fruitful years of her life.
That's great.
Spending time in prayer. So I've really been inspired by St. Catherine Drexel and some of the other American saints. And St. Elizabeth Seton, St. John Neumann.
Yeah, Drexel is in Philadelphia.
Or Philadelphia, yeah.
Free time. That might be I don't know if that exists in your life. No, it has to. For parish responsibilities, seminary responsibilities. When you get a couple of minutes of free time, what's Father Eric like to do?
Well, I think without free time, we're not going to be effective in our ministry. So that leisure time is important. I love to read, so I read quite a bit. I read a lot of history and some sociology and theology and spirituality, so I read a lot. I like to hike. I like to get out, especially into the mountains, and enjoy God's nature and God's world that He's given us. I play the piano, and so that a lot of times for me is an opportunity for some relaxation, is to sit down at the piano and play.
Yeah. Hiking in the last year, too, what's been one of your favorite hikes?
So I spent a lot of time in southwestern Pennsylvania in the Laurel Highlands Mountains, and so hiking in that area, beautiful area to be, and so try to get out there when I can.
Great. I think I know the answer to this, maybe, but if Father Eric wasn't serving the church right now as a priest, what would he be doing with his talents?
It's hard to answer a question like that because I cannot imagine myself as anything other than priest.
Yeah. You don't imagine it being a geologist?
I don't imagine being a geologist. I never even took a geology course in college, but really I cannot imagine my life doing anything else. And so this, I think, is where God has called me, and I don't want to imagine anything else.
You certainly personify that. You certainly personify that in ministry. So again, on behalf of all of us at Roncalli, thank you for all that you do for Nativity. Thank you for all you do for the Archdiocese. And thank you as well to all of you out there who continue to tune in to our monthly video series, Together We Serve. We hope you enjoy. Until next month, please join me in praying daily for Father Eric and his brother priests here in the Archdiocese, and for all those who've answered God's call to proclaim the gospel to all corners of the world. Let's pray for them, for their lives, and for their ministry. God bless you. Go Royals, and St. John the 23rd, pray for us.